Hello, my name is Smilodon Jack for the Rock Bomb Gamers, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program Kolonize the Universe, or whatever it's called. I've lost track of what it's called now. But we're going to go to the Mun, I think, I forget. And we're going to go minmus. We're going to go everywhere. It's going to be amazing. I'm probably going to remove the building because I don't really like it. It's just... you anyway see it when we fly it, so it's quite pointless. Hopefully we have enough delta V in this to get there. I unlocked fuel lines the last time, so I can make it. So I can have I go use these KW Rocketry Mavericks because they have tons of power, or two LVT-45s. Two minmus and beyond. Oh yeah, I remember this one. Battery. And I forgot something, I don't know what. Oh, launch clamps. Where can I put the darn launch clamps? Right there. Good enough. Oh, and I forgot that last time and it was a pain. Now I have so much reaction control systems. I can practically move the Mun. Probably. Now put all that in the same thing. And 3, 2, 1. Hey, got it right this time. And move that out of the way. 50 meters per second. This thing is accelerating extremely fast. That Maverick engine is insane. It's amazing. Just pull it back to about 2/3 thrust. 100 meters per second. 2.5 kilometers. Come on. Yeah, full throttle, 200 meters per second. 5 kilometers up. Going to I'm not putting it over, I'm not pulling the nose over very fast, because otherwise it'll flip out. Literally, it'll flip. Keep pushing it. Our apoapse is 20 kilometers, 500 meters per second. This thing is accelerating extremely fast. And 600 meters per second. And 700. And burnout on the 2T4 TL45s. I think that's it. I don't know. 50 kilometer apoapse. In the next episode, I just installed Kerbal Engineer Redux, which will allow me to see my apoapse without going to the map. So we're just gonna 80 kilometers seems pretty good. 82. I'm glad I put all those reaction controls wheels. Very helpful. And see what... I don't really need this orbit to be nice. Only time I make nice orbits is when they're satellites. And in 1.1 or 1.05, I don't know which one they're going to release in, they're going to have basically ComSat. No, I'm not thinking right. You have to put satellites into orbit to control non-manned missions, which make it a lot harder, but it sounds really cool because there's no reason to really have satellites, large amounts of satellites, because you can just put one in polar orbit around a body and scan all the ore. But now you have to have large amounts of satellites around bodies, every body you want to go to pretty much for a probe. And you're gonna have to it looks pretty cool. I like the idea because I don't really make satellites. I mean, I make probes. I make manned missions. Maybe scan some more. That's pretty much it. Use scan sats. Polar orbits are just too easy. I'd like you to have at least have to have two links at one time. And I don't know why I'm not readily, and that's good. It takes a second to slow down, but we're going to minmus. Going to orbit it. And we're gonna have to do an ascending node and descending. 6.8. It's fairly large. Wrong way. And it's gonna be about 300 meters per second, I'd say. Yeah, about 300. Too far. 275. Close enough. 0.1. I'm not even going to get that close. I don't care. Come on. Let's go. This first stage should be able to get me the plane change, and then my last one should easily be able to get me to orbit of minmus. This thing could probably even land on minmus. It's extremely easy to get to minmus. You barely need any delta V. I mean, you need about 800 more than, probably about 1,200 more than getting to orbit. So, and that's about 4,000 about 5,000 delta V to get to orbit. So, you're not gonna need that much. And we burn out, and it somehow lights again. Light that engine, and perfect. 1.6 meters per second over. Whatever. Who cares? Just makes me need a little more delta V, and I got boatloads of delta V. So, about there. I probably didn't do it the very well I need to move it. But I get an encounter. It's very finicky. 800 meters per second, so. There we go. It's good enough. I have so much delta V. Could probably even possibly get to Duna with this thing. Duna doesn't take that much delta V. I mean, a Saturn V, and now it's time. In real life, a Saturn V could probably get to Duna. Just the case of getting to not Duna, Mars. Jeez, I'm playing too much Kerbal Space Program. But Saturn V could get to Mars. It could probably have. It's pretty close to. At least you could probably put 2 solid fuel boosters, and you probably could get to Mars. But the problem is, how do you keep your people alive in there? I mean, you're going to need to pretty much build a space station size thing, as you see in The Martian. Spoilers for The Martian, by the way. But you could get to it with Saturn V. You just can't keep your men alive there. Because it's about, I think it's a 9-month trip between them. So, you need to build. I think the way to get to Dune is to build a space station. Pretty much, not a huge space station, not the ISS, but a space station that can grow plants, generate power, and get water and generate oxygen from the plants, which would be fairly easy. So it's pretty much do hydroponics, solar panels, and you can pretty much keep most of your water through recycling it. So you pretty much could do that with a medium-sized space station. It doesn't have to be that big. Okay. 2,000 meters per second. This is good. be. We slow down so much at the end of our orbits. It's crazy. The one thing I don't like about Kerbal Alarm Clock is it slows you down for the freaking Apple apps. But I learned this after the fact, but you can delete it down there and it'll just let you keep going. There's minmus if we 7 minutes. Three minutes. And speed through it now. Oh, and we don't get the best encounter I've ever done. By far not the best encounter I've ever done. I've gotten a 30 kilometer. That was amazing. I did that. But this one's very high up. But we can get high. Science. Lots of science. Science. We're gonna have so much science. And we have this thing, which is weird, but it gives you a large amount of science. We're probably going to have 200 to 250 science after this. And I think that is good. When you have the magnometer and whatever that other thing open, it takes your electricity, so don't want to do that. And we're gonna burn retrograde in a few minutes, so speed up to my periaps. Then we're gonna burn retrograde. Slower, we have to burn probably about 400 meters per second to get ourselves into orbit. Because you have to slow down, because you're flying past, you have to slow down all the way and then go back the other way. So probably about 200. 400, I mean. Oh, no, I was wrong. About 300. Close enough. And I want low minmus orbit is pretty freaking low. It's like 20 kilometers, so gonna have to get real close. 30 kilometers. That is not close enough. I don't think I have to lower it some more, I think. We're only going 8 meters per second. That's how shows you how slow minmus orbit is. At 37.4 meters. And we're not gonna pull our Apple apps down. Try to get ourselves into a slightly decent orbit, even though this isn't gonna be a very nice orbit. I don't really care. Now I delete them. Okay. 95, 19, close enough. I'll just make it a little better. 36, oh, I ought to be now. Oh, high, over, and miss. Minmus is probably the easiest, it is the easiest, body that's other than Kerman to get to. 18 and 18. I'd say that's perfect. Only a 19 meter per second burn. That is extremely low. That'll happen in 12 minutes. Warp to that. And back to the getting to Mars. If to get they're saying that the Orion capsule could get them to Mars. Not in one rocket. I don't think, at least. They'd have to make, I guess they could, but it'd be, 2 people. And I'd say they go insane by the time they get there. But to have, they could barely survive. They'd have not the most food, but it'd have to be a huge rocket, bigger than Saturn V. I mean, they've talked about the heavy lifter, NASA, I forget what it's called, but it's the NASA heavy lifter rocket. It has about the same delta V as a Saturn V. It's not even close. It's a several hundred, it's quite lower in size. But to get to Mars, they're gonna need a big ship. I mean, I've seen the Orion capsule mock-ups in person. But they're big, but to be able to generate oxygen and food in there, it's gonna take they're gonna have to add several, like, they're gonna have to make a giant service module or something like that. Save, because I'm pretty sure I crashed after this, because this game is extremely crashy. 225 science, and I'd say that's pretty freaking good. What should we get? We could get docking ports. We could get the mainsail, which would be extremely nice, in the poodle. The ant isn't very helpful because it gives you so little freaking thrust, and the ISP isn't even that good. So I've never actually used those. Advanced construction, there's some better decouplers. Aerodynamics would be nice because we get the fairing. But the only really nice one is miniaturization and the advanced flight control, because it gets us the landing pod and the SAS, like the advanced SAS and mono propellant and RCS blocks, which is extremely helpful. Just do that so I can try to I've completed now the I could do that. That'd be extremely easy, especially since there's no time limit on it. Spark landed at Kerm. I can do that. Plant 5 on minmus. That should be freaking easy as heck. And it pays extremely well. I think it was 200k for completion. Yeah. It's a lot. And Explore Juna doesn't seem very good. I crashed at that point. That's why. Spark. It's a teeny engine. I think after this I'm going to go record, and we're probably going to build. We're going to send a probe to Duna. Do you speak Duna? No, Duna orbit. Duna. And ignite the engine. Contract complete. Recover the vessel. And I could do that one, but it doesn't pay that well. The time is just... Now, what shall we build? I'm just checking out what that looks pretty weird. Precision. Make it gigantic. Solar panels. A new is killing. Oh, I'm checking out the fairings. I'm seeing how big I can make them. We already have fairings, but they're not that good. That's a freaking weird looking fairing. Let's anyway get to it. I think this one lands on the Mun? I don't know. Oh, I think this one's supposed to land on minmus. I think. Tell me. Science. You can only get, the, like, I don't know what I was going to say. Because my brain is farting. I don't need that many. I don't know why I do that. And it looks sort of cool. Now let's build the lifting stage. I really need to make this a thing so you can copy it. I need to do that. but 1.25 meter nose cone, a bunch of, we put them Mavericks because they look pretty cool and they have extremely high thrust. Put some struts there, keep it from wobbling, because wobbling is probably the biggest problem in Kerbal Space Program, because the game simulates it as a simulates it as basically parts flying in formation, which is not good for integrity of your parts. They're not like one piece, they're different pieces, just like pressed together pretty much. And 3, 2, 1. Hop. That was close. And it's a quick launcher. I'm just going to skip through it all. It's 4 times, I think. And it's freaking simple launch. Slow down some. And this should be a very simple to orbit. 20-something kilometers. Pretty boring. Couple I can't speak ever. This is like, I love this launch stage. I mean, this thing is amazing. I don't even know what I named it, so I don't even know what this is gonna do. Where is it gonna go? Whatever. This isn't rocket science or anything, is it? Right? No, it is rocket science. Extremely basic rocket science, but rocket science. That's a 1,000 meter per second burn. Should be pretty easy. Burn pro grade. And this thing should perfectly get me into orbit. And 100 meters per second, and good enough. And this thing even has spare, which is great. Okay, we're landing on minmus. That's what we're doing. Land on the minmus. Minmus is also probably the easiest to land on, just landing. I mean, you can just go on the Great Plains and like it's perfectly flat. Well, the mud, I constantly flip my ships. Constantly fall over. I could probably even do this plane change with this. 223 meters per second. That's about 250 is the universal average for plane changes, unless you like mess up your orbit a lot. Oh, that sunrise looks so pretty with the blue atmosphere from the atmosphere. Look very pretty. 6-second burns gonna be. I even have more fuel than last time going to minmus. And 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's too far, but who cares? One thing that doesn't change anything. At least I hope it doesn't. That'd be embarrassing if I just like completely mess it up. And that's about good. And that's way too far. Eh, come on. Give me. Oh, there we go. Got him. Try to get it actually. You have to go pretty far out to get that. 24 second. Just decouple that. Now we have so much control wheels that we don't know what to do with them. We could practically. I don't know what we could do with this. It's dock extremely easy. Well, I'm never good at docking, so not extremely easy. Extremely hard still, but easier. I think they need to... Oh, this is one of my complaints about the game right now, is the science lab is... Oh, overpowered. Jesus, it's overpowered. You can just send a space station to the Mun that lands, comes back up, rendezvous with its parent thing with the lab on it, review the science, and give it an insane amount of data. And you can get thousands and thousands and I probably got 10,000 science for one time. It needs to be nerfed, like, a lot. It should give, like, 1 science per data instead. So it's only several thousand science from a nice Mun. Yeah, that's annoying. That was a ridiculous career because I was practically done with the tree, just going to them. I landed on the Mun with a human, a Kerbal, not a human. Got there, went back, built the space lab, flew it up, built a giant spaceship. It was freaking amazing. Lacked the crap out of my computer. Sent it to the Bun, time warped a ton, got a ridiculous amount of science, and that's pretty much it. Let's see if we can do this manually. Oh yeah. Oh crap. Turn around. That's another thing of lots of reaction wheels. Let's go. Perfect. 1 million meters. That's by far not the best. But who cares? Put out my landing legs extremely early, but no one's gonna judge me. Unless you judge me in the comments, and then screw you. 12 min. This is gonna take, well, 2,000 meters per second. Oh, that beautiful sunrise with Kerbin in the background and the Mun. The Mun. The moon. And time warp a ton. And going so slow at Apple Apps. Apple Apps is of course when you're going slowest. And gonna warp through our change of parent bodies. And there's minmus, the ice. The Kerbal's probably call it the dessert planet. The dessert moon. The dessert moon. So now they're gonna go. I wonder when they colonize it. That's our goal, of course. They're probably going to just be like, oh, we're gonna send one to minmus so we can have infinite dessert. So much dessert. We will have so much dessert. Yes, that's my impersonation of Kerbals. Don't judge. I can already smell you judging. And about 300 meters per second. Delta V required to get to orbit. And about... I could probably pull that in. We're actually going pro grade because it's weird. I don't understand why that happens, but it does. We're gonna get down to 17 kilometers. That's way too far. Even though we're landing with this thing, we don't want to go that far. And it's going to be super twitchy. 50 meters per second to pull in that far. On Kerbin, to pull it in this far, it'd be like 700 meters per second of delta V. Kerbin is extremely... And it's going to fly right past. Told you. Stupid game. And we fly past it again because and I delete the soul probe. God dang it, Jackson! I'm kidding. I'll just do that when I record next. And ooh, let's go there because the Great Plains are by far the easiest to land on in minmus. And they give a decent amount of science, because if you can land by another part, that's going to be fairly easy. 70 meters per second to deorbit ourselves and get a... Sorry about that. That's me kicking something. Not a cat. Or dog. Or any living thing. And it's going to be 4-second burn. We got a lot of... I probably should have put RCS just in case for like extra propellant, but I have a lot of delta V left in this. 4, 3, 2, 1, and boom. That's a little far. Burn the other way. God dang it. Doesn't really matter because all you have to do is push it up and then kill all your horizontal velocity and then just fall straight down. That's the best way to land. And get into the retrograde position and time warp. So I'm very careful. Oh, don't slam into the mountain. Okay, I'm high enough, yeah. Let's burn some. We're getting straight down. This game's music is probably the best music of any video game. Like, I can't really think of any better. It's very fitting and relaxing. Sort of how space travel is, because space travel is extremely slow, even though you're going extremely fast. Yeah. 60 meters, and it's going to make us probably stop at 3,000 meter time warping, which sucks. No, I'm not suicide burning. Not that good at this game. You think I'm good? I can fly to the moon manually. I'm no Scott Manley, even so. No one is Scott Manley. Scott Manley's. If you're having a bad time in Kerbal Space Program, just pray to Scott Manley God. And just pray, Scott Manley, please empower me with your awesomeness at Kerbal Space Program. Help. And he'll laser you and you'll be amazing at Kerbal Space Program then. That's how it works, kids. 2,000 meters up. 22 meters per second. I probably slow myself way too fast. I'm gonna physics warp this. Come on. I said physics warp. I swear I did this. I swear I physics warped. Thought I did at least. Should be crickets playing now. Cricket, 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 cricket. 20 meters per second, 800 meters up. We're pretty much going straight down now. There's not much horizontal velocity. The horizontal velocity will not cause any problems. It's not very high at all. I could probably land at this speed. These landing legs are like titanium, I swear. I mean, like the bigger ones can withstand like 150 meter per second hit. I mean, that's insane. They either need to is that I don't even know if that's a bug or like 150 meters per second. That's not firing engines at all, and you bounce so high. That'd be crazy. That'd be like an impactor probe. That would be also a cool addition to Kerbal Space Program as an impactor probes. Like, you send them on a collision course in the early part of the game, or when you're first visiting a body, and it'll slam in, but it records the data and it gets all the data in the atmosphere and stuff. like it's all autonomous. When it starts the atmosphere, it's all autonomous. Just slams in and gives you data. Like it like protects it with titanium or whatever, and it felt all the G-force and feels the gravity and all that stuff, and transmits it back. And you get not a massive amount of science because it'd be pretty freaking easy to build one, especially to go to the mun or minmus. You'd probably do it with the first 3 nodes or something. But it'd be extremely cool. Especially when you see all those fireworks, also known as explosions. And all that science would go to make it to killing Kerbals. Not flying spaceships, not killing Kerbals. That's definitely not my reason for playing this game. Totally. And 1.6 meters per second. This is gonna be a freaking like slow touchdown. I could have probably just cut the engines and let it fall by now. I barely have an engine on. I have buttloads of like I could easily go back to orbit and return to Kerbin with this much fuel. I have so much fuel right now. It's like the slowest landing ever. God dang it. God dang it, old me. Why are you so slow? 0.9. And touchdown. Yeah, we landed on the minmus. Not the minmus, just minmus. I wonder why the mun is called the mun and not mun. And minmus is called minmus instead of the minmus. That'd be weird, though. I don't know. I'm not good at grammar if you hadn't noticed. Gonna have a very large amount of science after this. Let's get all the sciences. Keep that data. And the thing about landing a probe on bodies, you can just farm contracts at that point. You can have infinite money because you can just accept contract, transmit data, accept contract, transmit data. They need to say that to get that contract, you have to return data from minmus or whatever. Because otherwise it's really easy to get infinite money. And now we have 132. There's nothing really I require right now. I don't have bigger crew cabins, so the mainsail and the poodle aren't that nice. Like, they're nice, but I don't really need them. Advanced exploration, I definitely want once I unlock it, because the mobile science lab, as I said, is incredibly OP and will get us as much science as possible. But the thing about the community tech tree is it's freaking insanely huge. I mean, I'm almost in the vanilla tech tree. I'm probably halfway to finishing it, but this I'm like a sixth of it. It's huge, and like I'm gonna have to go to every single body in the Kerbal system to get it. I might try that mod that will add some. It should be colonization with a K, not colonization with a C. The mod that adds other solar systems that'd be so cool with the interstellar mod, to fly with the interstellar mods of them. I'm not going to Eve or Duna yet. That's like way out. I can get that one though. As I said, farm science. I can do that one too once I unlock the required data. I mean the science lab. I definitely. But that's my cue. So I've been Smiling on Jack for the Rock Bomb Gamers. And I will see you guys next time on Kerbal Space Program.